Good night, good evening. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Courtney. I am your host, Courtney. Tonight we will be making crawfish jambalaya, fried rice. So crawfish jambalaya fried rice. We're using the similar fried rice recipe from a couple of episodes ago, just a little twist. First, we're gonna get started. We have a hot skillet with oil. We're gonna crack 2 whole eggs. We're gonna fry them hard, and then we're gonna scramble them in the skillet. We're gonna be doing everything in this skillet, but we're gonna be doing it piece by piece. Now, I also have a little oil in the skillet. Well, look like a lot of oil in the skillet. Don't be like me. Start off with maybe a tablespoon or so. Especially if you have a non-stick skillet, you should be okay. We're gonna fry them sunny side up first, and then we're gonna scramble them. So we're gonna let them like kind of cook around the edges and scramble them in the skillet. So basically a fried egg. And so since we're doing every piece step by step, we're gonna use the same skillet. We're not gonna wash it out. We're gonna just let those different flavors build on each other. And I'm using vegetable oil, but remember, you can use whatever oil you prefer or whatever oil you have on hand. And we're just gonna fry it, and then we're gonna transfer this to a bowl and just let it set aside till we're ready to put all the fried rice together. So guys, this is a really quick meal, even with the added ingredients and added step. It's still a quick meal that is sure to be a family favorite. At this time, if you want to add a little salt and pepper, you could. I'm not, because I have several seasons and spices sitting aside that we're going to add when we add all the different main components together. Now I'm just going to let this fry a little more. And you can tell I had too much oil in my skillet, but there was no turning back, y'all. So start off with a tablespoon, and if you have a non-stick skillet, you can probably go a little less. But we want to break this down some, and we want it to be fried a little hard. But you cook your eggs the way you prefer them. So after this, we're going to transfer it to a bowl, and then we're going to do our sausages before we go on to our onions and our actual rice. So guys, kind of let you know a little secret. I'm cheating today. Today's Tuesday. We just came back from Memorial Weekend, and I did not know what to cook. It did not have the taste for jambalaya, and I'm like, jambalaya fried rice. Gotta try it. And so for fried rice, it's best to have pre-cooked rice that's been in the fridge overnight. So I didn't have it because I just thought of cooking this today. So I went to Walmart and bought those pre-packaged, pre-cooked rice packs of Uncle Ben's. Crumbled them up like, it's kind of like a solid brick. So broke it up in the pack, put it in a bowl, and put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours. And now we're going to have fried rice. So this could get even easier by buying pre-cooked rice. All right. Eggs are cooked, and we're going to move them to a bowl. And like I said, I put too much oil in my skillet, so don't be like me. Be better. Because I usually prefer my eggs a little crispier around the edges. But we're going to add this back in with the fried rice, so it will continue to cook. Egg whites. And it goes to get everything out. But if we have a little pieces left in, it's okay. It will all be okay. We'll set that to the side. And now we're going to, let's go ahead and use some of this oil that's already in there. And so this is 2 sausages chopped. If you prefer to buy the big long round piece, you can. And you can use any type of sausage if you are not a fan or cannot eat pork, you can get turkey or chicken or beef. But and I think also if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, is ways for you to also make this meal with all the same ingredient, just a vegan substitute. So you can get vegan sausages, and that specialty part in Walmart is over there by pre the bottled juices, like the kombucha. You'll find it over there with the wonton wrappers. So if you are a vegan or vegetarian, you can still make this dish with all the same ingredients. Probably minus the crawfish. So these sausages, I've actually brought them from a New Orleans seafood shop, and they smell heavenly. I'm gonna turn this eye up because I want these to actually brown. So on the recipe is streamchannel7.tv. It will advise you to boil the crawfish and crawfish boil first, and I did that off camera. I just got a small saucepan, filled it up halfway, and added 2 tablespoons of crawfish boil, and I got the frozen pack of crawfish tails, which were actually a little cheap this time. It was running $8.98. But like I said, if you are on a budget or if you do not eat crawfish, you can always substitute the crawfish tails for shrimp. Especially if you like shrimp, you can get the extra small shrimp and it can go a long way. So this recipe will feed 4 people well. But if you substitute the 1 pack of crawfish for the bag of small or extra small shrimp, it can probably get stretched over to seconds, to lunch, to 6 servings. So the protein really helps stretch a meal. And guys, after we take these sausages out, we're not going to clean this pan. We're going to go into adding our onions and then our garlic and rice. And we're almost finished. So I think the best thing about this dish is that everything can be brought pre-made. The sausages, of course, the deshelled and deveined crawfish tails, or the deshelled and deveined shrimp, and the pre-cooked packaged rice. So this is a good lazy Tuesday right after Memorial Day weekend. Maybe your leftovers are gone. Maybe you're tired of eating barbecue and you just want to do something different. I'm going to turn this up some because I want them to get a little crispy. We're going to leave all that juicy, greasy fat from the sausages there. And we're going to add a little more oil and cook our half a cup of your onions. Yeah, this is what I was looking for right here. Guys, if you could smell this. Like, these sausages are made in Louisiana and they're imported from Louisiana. I'm a huge fan of New Orleans cuisine, like Creole and Cajun food. Let me know in the comments or in our Instagram group if you would like for me to make a Mardi Gras cheesecake. I think I have a really good recipe for that. Okay, so these are cooked to my liking. We missed a little piece. Go ahead and let that get in there. And I see, guys, we didn't even have to add any more oil to this because all that fat kind of cooks out. So we're going to add some oil probably when we get ready to add our rice, because right now I think this is good for the onion. And we can go ahead and scoop that egg out with those sausages, all those pieces. And guys, if you're really on a budget, I would say invest the money in the sausages and just make noodles. You'd be surprised at what you can do with top ramen when you add extra ingredients. I know one episode we did the spicy beefy noodles, but it's so much more you can do with it. Maybe we can do an episode for the graduating seniors who's going off to college. How to, live in your dorm on a budget. Do some microwave meals. Go ahead and respond if that is something you're interested in. If you have kids or cousins or siblings going off to college and they may not want to invest in that expensive meal plan, let me know. Because I was a microwave chef back in my dorm. See, guys, so the sausage has that juicy fat, and it's already like changing the colors of the onions. So the onions are soaking up that fat. And as we saute it for about 2 more minutes and let them cook down and caramelize, that's what you want. You cook it how you like it. But I like my onions kind of on the caramelized side, a little crispier. And for some reason, it just works better with the rice for me. And this is a yellow onion. You can use a white onion, but for some reason, the yellow onion hit different. Also, if you are, once again, looking to add more vegetables into your life, this would be a time where, we'll add those vegetables after you cook the rice. But you can make it vegetable fried rice. Or if you're pescatarian, omit the sausage, keep the crawfish, and throw in some veggies. I want them to cook down a little more. Get a little more caramelized. When you cook down onions, it brings out more flavors. And when you caramelize them, they get a little sweeter. Let's turn that some. Okay. Make sure you scrape the sides too, guys. We're going to add a little more oil. So on the recipe, it says half a cup of oil because you're going to use some for frying the egg, the sausage, and then for the rice. You may not use it all, but you want to make sure at least all the rice is getting coated in the oil. And so this is my pre-packaged Uncle Ben's rice. Exactly 3 packages of Uncle Ben's microwavable rice that I let chill in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. About 2 hours. So it's gonna have the same. It's gonna give it the same result. Add a little more oil and make sure my eye is turned up. You can turn your eye up high because you're standing here and you're watching it and you're stirring it. Now, if you're gonna walk away, which I wouldn't recommend for this dish, I would say keep it on medium heat. And I'm just making sure I break down the rest of those clumps and move the rice around so it can all get evenly coated in the oil and fried. At this time, we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of garlic. And we're going to go ahead and add soy sauce. I'm using the low sodium one. I said 2 tablespoons. Just add a little and then add more when you're getting ready to eat if you would like. You don't want to over salt, especially if you don't have the low sodium one, because we are adding season. I know last time all we added was garlic powder and then I think a little salt. We're adding Creole seasoning, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, and Old Bay. So we will have enough sodium. Um, the soy sauce is just to help get that brown color that we're all familiar with when it comes to fried rice. Turn it up, and I'm gonna add just a little more. And guys, you're at home, you can stop and taste it to make sure it's not as salty. But don't forget we're adding also pre-seasoned crawfish shells and sausage. So go real light with the sodium, with the soy sauce, especially if it's not low sodium. Okay, so guys, we're just about done. I'm gonna move some of the stuff to the side, and now we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna add all the rest of our ingredients. The eggs we cooked earlier, our 1 pack of crawfish shells, and our bunch of green onions. I know you think it's probably overkill adding more onions, but it's not. And it's gonna help with the aesthetics. Put a little color. You want this to brown to your liking. I want mine a little crispy, so we're gonna like continue to let it cook on high, moving it around, making sure we break up those larger clumps of rice. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna let it cook some more, and then we're gonna go ahead and start to add the rest of our ingredients together. So usually from like 5 to 7 minutes from when you actually add the rice and garlic, or until it gets to that texture and crispiness that you're looking for. And make sure you have a large enough pan. Kind of wish it was wide enough so that all the rice can be evenly getting heated, and that's why I'm constantly stirring it. But let me get a spoon, and I'm just gonna taste it for texture and one for salt. They can fry some more. But guys, that packed rice works. So this is 3 packs of Uncle Ben's pre-cooked rice, the one that you'll put in the microwave for 90 seconds. I open it up and just put it in the bowl and put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, and I'm just frying it. But it's 3 packs. This is gonna be a good 4 servings. Get a bigger skillet because you don't want, see, it's really thick. And if I had a wider skillet, not necessarily a taller skillet, or whether deeper skillet, this rice will be cooking faster, and it will get to that brown crispiness that I like for my homemade fried rice. Okay, now we're gonna add our egg. we're going to add, just go ahead and add that and stir that in. And my skillet is still on high, guys. So if you are cooking less, like you only cook 1 pack or 2 packs, your rice may be cooking faster than mine. Or if you have a bigger skillet. Let's go ahead and add our mix. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of that fat in to, like, go ahead and everything. Get out that bowl. It's coming together, guys. Starting to look like jambalaya. And let's go ahead and add our 1 pack of crawfish tails that was boiled in some crawfish boil, because that's where we're going to get our kick from. Plus the 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I say add a little, and you can always go back and add more. Add a lot, you can't take it out. And then you guys decide whether or not you're going to sit there and eat it, or you're going to throw all that food away. Now this is looking just about right. Let's go ahead and do our season. I'm going to do a little bit. And mix it in and add the rest. And that was garlic powder, Creole season, Old Bay, and cayenne pepper. Oh God, this smells delicious. If you are a huge New Orleans cuisine fan or crawfish fan, or you just like food, you're gonna love this dish. Add the rest of this and finish cooking on down. So the sausages themselves already have flavor because they came from New Orleans. We added garlic and onions, build up those different flavors, because onion brings out a lot of the flavor in the dishes that they're in. And then we already seasoned or cooked our crawfish shells inside of crawfish boil. And you got the added layer of protein with the boiled egg. And then we're going to go ahead and finish off with the green onions. I wouldn't say put this on fresh or put this on first, because it will really cook down. And we kind of want them to still maintain some of its integrity, some of its texture. Now, this is looking like some crawfish jambalaya fried rice. I tell you, the green onions play multiple roles, wear multiple hats in this dish. I wouldn't say it's a star, but it is part of the supporting cast. God, this looks delicious. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break. We're going to come back and we're going to play it up and we're going to give it that taste test.
Hi, Beauties and Babes. It's Lonnie Noel.
Beauty Tutorials Unveiled.
We'll be talking about how to master the soft glam.
For the looks that are easier said than done. Watch live and you could be invited on the show to get live feedback on where you go wrong.
If you're anything like me, it is a struggle.
Don't miss Beauty Tutorials Unveiled. Watch live on YouTube. Wednesdays, 9/8 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
What got me is like there and was like, it's a rat in here. It's you. The acting. But you know what? I know people like that in real life.
What's the word with Kay Hicks?
We've got trivia, special guests, and whiskey.
Pour a glass of whatever you're drinking and buckle up.
What's the word?
What's the word with Kay Hicks? Watch live on YouTube. Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
It's a strong indication that your partner has issues with commitment, period.
When you've got questions, she's got the answers.
We do have a caller.
But what she says might not be what you want to hear.
The solution to that is Gullah Jack. Gullah Jack tells you plain and simply to just nut the
Queenie Unfiltered. Watch live on YouTube and you could be invited on the show. Wednesdays at 10/9 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground! Out of your car, right? Get down! Show me your hands! Now!
Lyrical Pursuit. Teams will compete, but there can be only one winner. In the game that tests music lovers on how well they know the exact lyrics to some of the most popular songs. Watch live and you can be invited to play around live on Channel 7. Lyrical Pursuit. Mondays at 9/8 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
Hey, I'm DC Paul, and this is Can You Sing?
We know you think you can sing, but can you sing?
How long have you been thinking you can sing?
Get voted in to compete for prize money. Can you sing? Watch live on YouTube. Mondays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
America, land of the free. It's at the core of who we are. Freedom. The freedom to live without fear, to drive through all 50 states, to sleep safely in our own beds, the freedom to jog where we please, to watch birds in the park, to wear a hoodie, the freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because no matter your religion, gender, disability, age, race, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter.
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him. He's got to come home with me. Now I'm anything but lonely. Every day with Turtle is a perfect day and keeps me company when I'm doing schoolwork. I like it when he jumps up on the table too. He is a veggie thief. He's an incredible companion and my best friend. Can't say that I've met anybody that doesn't love him too. When I adopted Turtle, I discovered all the things that make him unique. He's a little bit...
Hey guys, welcome back. So we have our finished dish. We have our crawfish jambalaya fried rice. That was a mouthful. Let's go ahead and give it a little taste test for the viewers at home. This is it right here. And the flavors are coming out. Those green onions are overcooked, so they're bringing in that freshness. It's not as spicy as I anticipated it to be. I only added 1 teaspoon of cayenne. So if you are a heat seeker, I would say let your crawfish soak in that crawfish boiled water a little longer and add maybe an extra teaspoon or 2 of cayenne pepper. But all in all, it's a really good solid dish. Like I said, this is something that you can make in 30 minutes, start to finish. It requires you to actually start it and go through all the steps together. Like, it's not one of let me start and walk away dishes, but it's low prep. I did chop up the vegetables, but everything else was cooked for the most part. You really was just warming it up. So yeah, if you're in a pinch, buy some prepackaged, pre-cooked rice and have at it. Guys, this has been an amazing night with you all making crawfish jambalaya fried rice. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to have a special treat. We're doing something really different. So I hope you enjoy it. Bye.